In this lesson, we are going to learn about the triangle sum theorem. And the triangle sum theorem says that if you have a triangle, all the angles in that triangle need to add up to 180 degrees. So the angles sum to 180 degrees. So for example, in this triangle, if this angle was 60, and this angle was 60, and this angle was 60, if you do 60 plus 60 plus 60, it equals 180 degrees. Because all the angles in a triangle always add up to 180 degrees. So we need to find missing angles in triangles where we know some of the angles but not all of the angles. So for example, if you take a look at this first question, we're missing this angle in the corner here. Well, since I know that all the angles add up to 180 degrees, what I could do is I can write an equation. I can call this x, and I can do x plus 40 plus 70 equals 180. And then from there, I can solve the equation to find what that angle must be. So if I add these together, I get 110 equals 180. And now, if I subtract 110 from both sides, I would end up with x equals 70 degrees. So I know that this angle right here is 70 degrees. Looking at another example, in this one, I'm missing angle C. So if I did 34 plus 120 plus C, that should total 180 degrees. So if I add these two together, I get 154 plus C equals 180. And then subtract 154 from both sides. So C equals 180 minus 154 is 26 degrees. So we know that angle C is 26 degrees. So we can also use it in more complex equations like this one, okay? Let's say that I name this A, B, and C. And my goal is to find each of these sides, A, B, and C. Each of these angles. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is write the equation. So I can take angle X plus angle X plus 2X, and all of that together should add up to 180 degrees. So now if I solve my equation, I need to add these together, and I get 4X equals 180, and then divide both sides by 4. Okay, and if you don't know what that is off the top of your head, you can do long division. Okay, so we can do 180 divided by 4. Excuse me. And so 4 goes into 18 4 times. That's 16. Subtract, we get 2, bring down the 0. 4 goes into 25 times. That's 20, and so we're done. So the answer is 45 degrees. So that's what x is. So if I go back up here, angle A is x degrees, so that would be 45 degrees. Angle B is 2x, so I would have to do 2 times 45, which is 90 degrees. So this is 45 degrees, this is 90 degrees. And then angle C is just x again, so that would be 45 degrees as well. Okay, if we take another look at another example like that, again, if I label these sides A, B, and C, and I want to find angle A, angle B, and angle C, I can write myself an equation. X plus X plus X equals 180 degrees. And if we solve this, 3x equals 180 degrees. So we're going to divide both sides by 3. So x equals 60 degrees. So that means each angle up here is only x degrees, so that means these are all 60 degrees. Get a couple more examples. Again, if you take a look at this one, these are a little bit more simple examples again. So if we were going to find the missing angle here, x, we could do x plus 28 plus 45 equals 180. To solve this, we're going to add 28 and 45, and we get 73. So we have x plus 73 equals 180. And then we would subtract 73 from both sides. So x equals, and then you can do 180 minus 73, which gives you 107 degrees. So this angle is 107 degrees. On this example, we could do 41 plus 38 plus x equals 180 degrees. To solve this, we are going to add these two together, which is 79. And then we can subtract 79 from both sides. So x equals 101 degrees. So this angle here is 101 degrees. These must not be drawn to scale because you can see this is an acute angle, but it's 101 degrees. And this one's an acute angle, but it's 107 degrees. So again, they're not drawn to scale. Okay, I'll just do a couple more examples here in case you want to keep seeing a few more examples. So again, we're trying to find A, B, and C. And so the first thing we want to do is write an equation. All the angles add up to 180 degrees. So we have 2x plus 2x plus x equals 180 degrees. To solve this, we're going to add these all together, and we get 5x equals 180 degrees. Divide both sides by 5, and x equals, and if you don't know what that is, you can do your long division. 5 goes into 18 3 times, and 5 goes into 36 times. So the answer is 36. Okay, so then to go back and find each of the angles, angle A is just x degrees, so that's 36 degrees. Angle B is 2x, so we have to do 2 times 36, which is 72 degrees, so this is 72 degrees. And angle C is also 2x, so that's, of course, is also going to be 72 degrees. We'll do one more example. So in this one, if we add all these angles together, we have 3x plus 7x plus 2x equals 180. To solve this, I'm going to add these all together, which is 12x, and then divide both sides by 12. So x equals, and I can set up my long division, 12 goes into 18 once, 12 goes into 65 times, so x is 15. So now to find each angle, angle A is 7 times 15. Okay, so 7 times 10 is 70, and 7 times 5 is 35. 70 and 35 is 105 degrees. So angle A is 105 degrees. For angle B, we have to do 3 times 15, which is 45 degrees. In angle C, we'd have to do 2 times 15, which is 30 degrees. And there are some examples of how to use the triangle sum theorem.